Hey, what's going on, everybody? We are live at the Pop-Up EV Yacht Club podcast. This is what we do. We always, connect with great people, great energy, and what better way to bring it in with another co-captain, captain and co-captain, Miss Cindy Lee. She does a lot of great things. I'm gonna let her take away. Hey, go ahead, and take it away, Cindy.
Well, I'm going to pop off for 1 minute. Tell everybody about your brand first. That way I could share this in some groups. Go ahead.
Okay, cool. So that first, thank you for the platform. Also, our call to action is the Compton Youth Yacht Club. We want to host multiple events, and we're doing a fundraiser. Our goal is to raise 15,000 for the community, and we're going to help take kids out, teach them about boating, teach them about yachts, teach them about, not only be how to be a yacht captain. I want to train yacht captains as well. I want to teach at least, I want to say 5 to 10 yacht captains. So this 15K will not only take families out that underprivileged that have never been on a boat, also we'll be training yacht captains and actually, taking these guys out, teaching them about boating, how to be a yacht captain, how to fix boats, how to clean boats, how to tie a boat up, all the things about it, even how to swim, and fishing as well. So, and we're taking trips out every weekend. We were actually going on trips from Marina Del Rey, Newport Beach. We have this big event this weekend where we're doing meet and greets on the 16th and 17th and 18th in Newport Beach. It's the International Boat Show. And if you want more information about that, go ahead and inbox me, DM me. That's what it's all about. Connect with me, Yacht Captain Chris on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, everything. Yacht Captain Chris. And also EV Yacht Club is the main page. You can go there, read up on what we're doing with the youth and how we're connecting with the youth, and again, the fundraiser to help the youth yacht club. So that's what it's all about. We're here to not only inspire the kids but give them something to remember, that I know that they would love to be out on the water. I mean, I've been a yacht captain for about 4 years now, and man, it's nothing like being on that water. It's literally priceless. So I just
Yeah.
want to keep giving kids that inspiration and that experience, and we'll continue to do that. So again, thank you, Sydney, for the platform. Okay, so Sydney, what's going on? How long have you been in the game, and what do you do? I mean, let's just start with who are you, so everybody, all my friends and fans, will know who you are, and what do you do?
Well, I actually live here in Southern California. I'm a business owner here in Huntington Beach, right down the street from you, and just living the dream. Making the most of that dash. So we have the day we're born, the day we pass away. That in between time is the dash. And did you know that most people aren't living that dash? So in 2017, I moved out here from Sacramento. That's the very first year that I started my podcast. I was a chef for 25 years. And I started following in the footsteps of Anthony Bourdain. As you know, he was a chef, and also he went around the world to talk about different eateries and stuff like that. So I started doing that. I created a blog, and I talked about all these different things that I'm very passionate about, food and travel. And then, you know how everybody has a why, everybody has a story, right?
Right.
Why they're doing. So I went up to Northern California because I like to go, especially surf museums, but I love visiting different museums. So we were at the surf museum. I walked out of the surf museum and I met this young man, probably around 35 years old. And I always like to compliment or say hi. I said, "Hi, how are you doing?" He said, "I'm doing great." He goes, "But did you know I have a bucket list?" And he had this list, and just, it was torn at the bottom, and it said Belize, like in caps. That was his thing, was
Mm.
Belize. He really was very adamant on how important, Belize was to him. And so from time to time as an entrepreneur, we do have those bad days. Or from time to time when we're a beginning entrepreneur, we may be discouraged by others, or, our worst enemy is ourself. So you have to have your why. So that young man when I'm having those days, 1 or 2 days a year, I look at that, and that is my why. And that's really, really, really powerful. So that was in 2017. And I had that feeling from the top of my head to the bottom of my feet. Wow, that what I'm doing has to be more. There has to be more to it. And in
Mm-hmm.
18, I started my very own travel agency. And just like yourself, I work with nonprofits. I do nonprofit cruises that we've been talking about over the last couple of years. And, we can get that to fruition here in the next year. So
Absolutely.
today I'm going to talk about National Bucket List Day.
Okay.
So in 2015, I started sharing national holidays, and I got to build relationships with those in the office there in North Dakota of National Day Calendar. And if you want to ever know any national holidays, the best way to go is through nationaldaycalendar.com. There's probably about 50 different calendars out there. But
Okay.
the nationaldaycalendar.com, that's the legitimate resource for any national holidays that you want to celebrate.
Awesome.
So I started posting, and one of my friends said, "You should ask if they have an ambassador program." And I did. They do have an ambassador program. So if you are an influencer in your area, you're doing great things, you can apply to be an ambassador with National Day Calendar. Simply go to nationaldaycalendar.com. You go through the bottom of the page, and there's an application to become an ambassador. So while I was building those relationships with the team, I said, you know what? I'm writing a book about networking. Why not have a national holiday, National Networking Day, or something in that arena?
Right.
And they said, well, actually, National Bucket List Day is available. I like, are you kidding me? How is that possibly available? So the end of 22, I got the proclamation, and starting in 23, I had a national holiday every year. So 2023, we did a cruise to the Mexico Riviera on the Carnival Panorama. 2024, we did Cancun. We did all these great things in Cancun. We did the Mayan ruins. We did a foodie tour. We did a boat, like a booze cruise boat thingy. It was so amazing. Last year,
Nice.
we did Las Vegas. And this year, we're actually paying it forward to businesses in Orange County. So it's actually starting on the 21st. So the
Okay.
21st, we're going to be going to the Creative Ice Company, which are located right off Slater there in Fountain Valley. And if you like ice cream, definitely a place you need to go. The ice cream is actually not from here. It's from
All right.
Wisconsin. And
Wow.
if you're a big fan of Hawaiian ice, their Hawaiian ice has natural sugar on there. It does not have the high fructose corn syrup, which we, do not want to put in our body.
Right.
And so
Absolutely.
that's the 21st. The 22nd is National Earth Day. So we're celebrating some Newport Beach businesses. We're going to be at Davies Locker for a dolphin excursion. And then we're heading out to the Newport Aquatic for a little paddleboarding. And then the 23rd, I have a TV spot on KTLA. After that, we're spending the day in Disney. And then we're ending that day at the Tiki Bar at Disney, which is super fun if you
Oh,
have a Tiki Bar little bucket list. And then the big day, National Bucket List Day, Friday, April 24th. So we're stimulating 4 different businesses. For breakfast, we're going to Board Riders Cafe. And if you haven't had a chance to dine there, you definitely need to. Absolutely amazing burrito that you'll probably have in your entire life. The breakfast burrito is absolutely fantastic.
right.
The second business is Pampas. They're a pop-up in Huntington Beach. They have the Tuesday Farmers Market that they do, and also the Surf City Artisan Fair. And they're an Argentinian cuisine company that does amazing empanadas. And
Okay.
then a little after 5 o'clock on that Friday, we're going to the rooftop bar at the Hilton. Absolutely
Nice.
fantastic. And then we're going to end the day at Hurricanes Bar a little after 8. And we're going to probably find some other places down there as well. And actually this weekend, there on Saturday, I believe it's starting in the afternoon, there is a reggae pub crawl in downtown Huntington Beach. And definitely need to check
Nice.
it out. Yeah.
Yeah, that was man. I gotta check that out. That's got.
That's
You
your
got to pack
jam.
show. You got to pack,
Mhm.
pack, pack. A couple of days there, a couple of weeks next.
Yes. Well, the CEO of National Day Calendar is traveling from North Dakota. So we want to show her the true way to live abundance and fun here in Huntington Beach.
I'm loving what you're doing, loving what you're doing. So that's amazing. That's amazing. And you said you started this when? When did you start this? In 2023?
2023 is when we had our first trip. So every year on National Bucket List Day, or right around that same time, we do a different trip. So next year we're actually going to Chicago, and I'm actually going to be in Chicago in August. On the 6th of August, I actually have a 7-hour layover. So I'm going to go to the old Sears Tower and
Oh
go to
yeah,
a couple different Anthony Bourdain places and all that. And then
nice.
Jamaica will be the following year. So it's going to
Jamaica.
be
Okay, okay,
really
nice,
great couple
nice.
years, on the docket.
On the dock, man. That's what it's all about, man. Y'all
Mhm.
tap in with her. Man, Sydney's been doing the bucket list for a while now. So y'all just gotta tap in and what can people come to you with their bucket list and just it's not everything they can do what you're doing, but can they bring you their bucket list and you
Of
kind of
course.
help them out, coordinate some stuff and get some stuff knocked out for
Yes, yes. So my travel brand is Bucket List Coach Travel and Tours, and we're a full service travel agency. So if you want to do, like, we do orphanage trips down to
them? Oh wow.
Baja. I also have a collaboration group called Surf City Foodies and Wonderlust Collab of OC. So we do a lot of different things for OC, and anything that you want to do around the world, or if you want a VRBO or a hotel. I'm actually going on the brand new Virgin Voyages ship. Here the first, was it the second? No, the third of May, down to Vancouver, British Columbia. So it's a brand new Virgin ship, that just hit LA last week. So it's pretty cool.
Wow. 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 What's the largest group that you brought in and what's the smallest group you manage?
On average, I'm going to say 20 to 30, and 3 or 4. So
Oh, okay.
depending whatever somebody needs, what we could accommodate, no matter the size. Yeah.
No matter size. Got you. Got you. Got you. Got you. And then okay. And then what's your call to action?
So my call to action, if you go to my podcast / YouTube at wherecindynow.com, that's WHERESCINDYNOW.com, and you share either this video or another video there on my YouTube stream, you will get access to my upcoming ebook. So anything you want to learn about bucket list. So a lot of people are afraid to do the bucket list. They may not know how to do it. And Chris, that the best way to do your bucket list, just like how it is in business, is to have a team of accountability. That's how you can mark off those lists.
That's good. That's good.
Let's go and look at some of these pages.
Yeah. 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 Let's check them out.
Okay. So this is your page. So go ahead and tell everybody about your page.
Yeah, so this is my Yacht Captain Chris page, and basically it's showing that we're doing fundraisers for the Compton Youth Yacht Club. We're doing selfies with the captain. So if you ever see me out, we're doing a continuous selfies with the captain, and also fundraising there. We're doing trips. We're actually looking for chefs, DJs, artists, anyone that wants to perform on the yacht, anyone that wants to cook on the yacht. We want to connect with you because we want to host an event around something that you're doing. So definitely inbox me, reach out to me, DM me on Instagram. And we have Duffy's available and we have,
Oh, nice.
mega yachts available. So we also booking, birthdays. If your birthday's coming up, anniversary, um, um, believe it or not, we even do, cremations where a person's dumping ashes. We got to get permits for that, but we can get that done as well. So, the one-stop shop for just cruising on the water. We're doing it from Marina Del Rey to Newport Beach, all the way even in San Diego. So, and
Oh,
then
wow.
that, so we can manage. We have boats in all locations. So we love to connect with you. Love to be a part of whatever you're doing. My call to action is in the bio. So if you can scroll up to the top there, and it would actually be the go get funding link that's in my bio, and that actually
Hmm.
goes to the
Right here.
Compton Youth Yacht Club. Yep, that right there, and then that goes to the Compton Youth Yacht Club, and it explains all of what we're doing for the kids, and every kid gets a cruise. and everyone that helps donate gets a cruise as well. So don't think that your donation goes without a small reward or just a give back gesture, if you would, of a complimentary cruise for everyone that helps us hit the goal.
Okay, good. And you can see my page here. So National Bucket List Day. You can find us on all the social platforms. And here's our couple of our upcoming events. I actually was at Disneyland the other day and did a promo for National Bucket List Days. Like I mentioned earlier, is the 24th, but our Disney Day is the 23rd. And you could just go on here and see some of our videos and just trying to share with the world on, checking off that bucket list. And this is my friend Holly. You can see right here. And
Okay.
I'm going to be on her podcast next. And I'll definitely connect you to her as well. But as far as a business owner, I want to give the best tip I can give right now is get off your social media, whatever you use for social media, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and get to know those people that you don't know and meet them out somewhere. Like I like to do like a National Dolphin Day. This year it's been kind of busy for that because we're promoting next week. But normally on the 14th of April on Dolphin Day, I'll take out some friends and some people I know, some people I don't, and we'll go get some tacos or something to eat afterwards. But get off your social media and get to know people and create experiences together. Well, National Bucket List Day actually started about gratitude, and National Bucket List Day is huge on food because food is all about celebration. So
Oh yeah.
even if you live here locally, and I always tell people there's things that you can do in our neighborhood in LA, in San Diego, in Orange County that you can do for under $200, under $100. For instance, the dolphin excursions are $39 a person. So for
Mm,
$39, you can see dolphins and whales. I mean, not always, you don't always see them out there, but a lot of the vendors will give you a special discount ticket if you don't see them out there. But there's
right.
so many different things. I mean, LA, you have Alvera Street. I don't know if you're familiar with Alvera Street.
No, not familiar with that.
Yeah, so Alvera Street is the oldest city in Los Angeles, and it's kind of like you're in Little Cancun. All these different vendors, and one of the Anthony Bourdain spots is a taquito place there that he
Hmm.
loves, and it's right there in downtown LA. I mean, there's so many different things. You can go to the Grove, or you could come out here to Huntington Beach. You could go to Sea Legs. Just think of things that you can do locally with your friends and start creating those experiences, because a bucket list is not travel, it's other things that you want to mark off in your last. I mean, when was the last time you did something for the very first time?
Right, there you go.
And when was the last time you thought that tomorrow's not promised?
I'm telling you. I'm telling
Yeah.
you. So that's real. That's real. That's how you gotta live. That's really how you gotta live. I mean, give it your all today. Me and my friends. That's why we talk about it. Like, and that's kind of what inspired the pop up podcast. It's like, people would be planning for a podcast and don't even make the podcast.
Mhm.
That's how life treats you sometimes. So, you know, being active now and jumping out there now to get in people's faces to know that, hey, this is what we're doing, this is who
Mhm.
we want to connect with, this is what we have going on. And it's like, hey, right now it's like, I was always been that action verb of like, right now, let's get it done right now, let's see how far we can push the envelope, on something and have to reach out to somebody. I try to push it as far as I can that day, to just, hey, make that call, just send that email, follow up with the email, send the paperwork, send the video, whatever I can do to get it right now. And so
Mhm.
that's where this came from, just the podcast of just, hey, let's jump out there, see what you got going on, see who you want to connect with, see what you got coming up, and, start booking that calendar. Your calendar's very booked. So yeah, definitely catch up with what's in these got going on, because you want to be a part of scratching things off the bucket list. That's what it's all about. And like you said, it could be just meeting up at the beach.
Mhm.
My cousin
Very
actually
simple
just
things.
did that. He was like, he was talking about that. I got my cousin named Mario. He was like, hey, you know I could just start meeting people at the beach and, letting them express themselves and, just having it like a little, 5 to 10 people powwow, and I was like, yeah,
Mhm.
that doesn't cost anything, and they can bring, you can bring probably a box of wine or something, or just something, to just, have some sips and soak in the culture, soak in, being around, like you said, brand new people that you never knew. And and I was like, hey man, that'll be awesome. Sign me up for stuff like that. So yeah, that's, I think it's needed. It's what's becoming of, making new friends. And like you said, and it's funny you said that. I've done that. I went to a couple of farmers markets and just started taking
Oh
pictures
yeah.
with vendors. And vendors have such great stories that where they came from, why they're doing this, and then it that separates us from, and then I go from there and go to the beach, and then I get stories from people just walking by. Hey, take a picture with the captain. Right.
But when I moved here to Huntington Beach, I met my surf instructor, and I said, you know what, I'm going to do this. And I mean, it's just something that I need to get out of my head because he even says that it's all between the ears. So it's all mindset. So things that we're scared of, and the best things in life are on the other side of fear, right? So
Absolutely.
that's really key. And for me, because I haven't had a surf lesson in a few years, I got to train my mind. I got to go out, swim more, practice more. But when I do my surf lesson, it's actually at waist high. So if you look on my page today, I did a compilation of the different things I've done over the last 7 8 years. Kind of like a B-roll. And
Gotcha.
some people don't realize that fear can destroy you. Fear is the worst thing. So face everything and rise is the real meaning
Hey.
behind fear. So what's something that scares you that you wanted to do but you haven't done it yet?
What scares me is probably that I haven't done yet.
Mm-hmm.
Probably raising all this money and buying a boat. That's real. That's like raising a lot of money is a lot of responsibility. So
Yes.
it's not just easy as just, oh, you raise the money and go buy it. It's like, it's the scrutiny of it. It's the eyes on you. I mean, you could be doing the right thing and people were saying you're not. It's the the public opinion of a person raising money and things
Naysayers,
like.
yeah.
Right, the naysayers, he just keeping all of, it's just everything happens to a person that shoots for the stars. Like, unless you're a corporation, unless you're a big time, United Way raised 25 million, it's no problem. But let Chris raise 25 million. It's like, hey, but I mean, that's the thing. That's just how it is, I think. So that scares me but I go for it because I just know, like you said, it's just it's not it's fear if you let it be fear, and then if
Mhm.
you
Yeah.
just go for it, and that's what I see a guy doing that. It's actually a guy, he's walking from Philly to California, of all places. I think
Oh,
Sacramento,
wow.
but he's
Okay.
walking from Philadelphia to California, and of course he's stopping on the way, but he's walking every day as much as he can, and he said it's gonna probably take him like 6 months to get there. But it's like, think about all the content and all the people and
Mhm.
all the naysayers and people making fun of him. Oh, why you doing that? Oh, I know you sleeping and I know you in the car and stuff like that, and you're just shooting this video. It's like it's wild how society wouldn't even let a person be like that. Like, just let a person do, and it's like I think that makes them tougher when they get there, but
Mhm.
it's in a good way, because it's like you wouldn't even been pushed to go that hard, because it's like you got people support you, you got people that don't support you, you got people that see what you're doing, you got people that just don't like what you're doing. Oh, you just want attention. No, he don't want attention. He bringing awareness to
Yeah.
the kids, and actually he's doing a fundraiser. I think he raised some money right now, and I was like, that's a great idea. It almost inspired me to say, I'm gonna just start walking for the kids out here in LA, walking around the yachts, and just constantly like running into people, talking to them. And that's what he's doing. He's literally running into strangers, talking about what he's doing
Mhm.
and raising money for a great cause. And that's what he's going to raise. I think $100,000 by the time he gets to LA. And I think he's only been walking for 10 days and he got $10,000. So
Wow.
$1,000 a day
Yeah.
ain't bad for walking, walking and going live. That's a pretty good job, ain't it?
Exactly. So you have a friend who commented a little while ago. I don't know if you've seen it. He said this is awesome. Jerome
Oh, okay.
Bernard.
No, I did. That's what I think I can see the comments. Let me see where would they. Oh, okay. Boom. In the is it on Facebook where they? Oh, okay. This is awesome.
Yes,
Yeah,
Facebook. Hmm.
yeah. That's one of my business partners right there. Yeah, he does marketing for Beacon Marketing Technology. So he puts you on Roku and yeah, Bernard. Yep,
Oh yeah,
my
I
man.
definitely want to meet him for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, he puts you on Roku, Apple Television, all the platforms. You have your own channel, so he can actually package you up. And we're looking for businesses to package them up. And he just got certified through Prime TV, Amazon TV, so everywhere that you want, he can actually put your package together for you to
Mhm.
be streamed on all platforms, on all channels, and have your own channel, not just a YouTube channel. So, and we're working on a EV channel right now. So it's called Elevate Your Brand. So we're elevating your brand on all platforms by hosting yacht parties, hosting events, and streaming your product 24/7 because that's a streaming it's a streaming network as well. So
Wow.
yeah,
Okay.
definitely want to tap in with him. So
Well,
we
let's
can
do
we can
a
wrap it up.
recap. Go ahead and talk about your brand again, and then I'll talk about mine, and then we will do the call to action again, and we'll close out.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I have the EV Yacht Club, and what we're doing is taking people out on cruises. We do small boats from Duffy's all the way to bigger boats and yachts. Inbox me for that, or go to our website evyachtclub and .com, and or go to our Instagram. Instagram is Yacht Captain Chris, and our call to action is the go get funding. I'm sorry, we actually went to a new platform. It's called Go Get Funding, and it's our Compton Youth Yacht Club. Right now, we raised $650. Shout
Wow.
out to Rochelle Stevens, Aaron Thomas, Shirley Hartman, and I think we just end up getting one more donation here recently, and we're going to do a personal shout out for that. Do personal shout outs for everyone that donates, and we just appreciate the support. And we're going to hit the goal. We're going to hit the goal, 15K, and that's just the first one. And then we're going to spread that out and start doing yacht clubs in other areas, like in Santa Ana. We're going to do them in Marina del Rey, and it's strictly for the youth. So the people that help us in that area will be helping kids and teaching kids in that area. So we're targeting one location first to go ahead and get the launch, get it going. Then we'll use that and actually use the boat that we get to do other fundraisers in other locations, meaning Marina del Rey, Long Beach, Inglewood, Santa Ana, Newport Beach. We're going to just move around. So just looking forward to that, and looking forward to the growth. It's a great campaign, helping the kids, helping the youth, teaching them about being yacht captains. And like I said, I've been a yacht captain for 4 years. I'm saying four, but it's actually been like 5 now. So yeah, 5 years now,
Wow.
and
Very nice.
and and we're just gonna keep teaching kids, and not only that, taking them out, going fishing, and everything else about boating that we could possibly do. Wine tastings, wine cruises, Catalina Island stuff. So yeah, we're just gonna stay active this whole summer, all summer long.
Well, I want to piggyback on some of that. So some of the stuff I do is I do trips down to Baja. There's a organization in Irvine called the Corazon de Vida Foundation, and they do bus trips from LA, from Orange County, and San Diego. So if you watch my Bucket List Coach Travel and Tours, you can actually see when they're doing that again. And the reason I'm mentioning that is if you are a parent and you have young people, it's really important to teach them the value of pay it forward and the value of giving back. So doing an orphanage trip is amazing. So the Corazon de Vida Foundation, they leave early in the morning, around 6, 7 in the morning. They head down to Baja. You get to play with the kids. Sometimes you could cook in the kitchen. It's just really, really amazing. And you're usually back around 7 or 7:30 at night. And so a recap on me. My name is Cindy, and I'm here in Huntington Beach. I'm a Huntington Beach business bucket list coach, travel and tours. I'm the founder of National Bucket List Day, and go to nationalbucketlistday.com. And my call to action is if you go to YouTube at where'scindynow.com, that's WHERESCINDYNOW.com. You'll have access to a free ebook if you share either this video or one of the videos listed on my thread. So this is Cindy and Yacht Captain Chris, and we are out.
All right. Y'all have a good one. Peace.